Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the Corporate Gamer Broadcast. 2 in 1 day, 2 for 1 day today, because it is Monday. And we are going to be continuing with the Outer Worlds. And I got a little bit bored this afternoon because all I was doing was walking around and not doing much. However, we'll see how that goes. And we'll see if it goes, if we're able to advance at least in the storyline a little bit. Before we get started, I want to say thank you to whoever is hosting me: Big Bad Bizarre Gaming, Overrider, Wasteland Ruckus, Psychosis, Angry Gorilla, Mr. Garp, Still the Bad Guy Gaming, Mr. Garp 1988, Gallows Adler, Dan Etienne, CoinOp, and Got to Choose. Thank you so much for the support. Really appreciate it. Hope that you guys did not have too bad of a Monday today. Yeah. I actually had today off. So going back to work tomorrow. Yesterday's Doom stream was actually pretty fun. I have to admit. Install OD. Come on. Oh god. The Dissident Hunter. When indentured servants are freed, anarchy soon follows. Raising your inspiration unlocks special attacks for your companions to damage, distract, and destroy your opponents. Thank you for the input there, brah. Raising your dodge skill unlocks a forward dodge, the leap. Leaping is great for rapidly closing the distance on an enemy. Come on. You can do it. Come on, you can load. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. Alright. So where am I doing now? What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh. Sebastian Wildlife Emporium. Okay. Journal. Acquire Phineas weapon range. Investigate the outpost. Can't steal that because just because, you know what I mean?
I wonder sometimes what they're doing on other colonies.
Take shits, that's what they do.
Think they're watching the same serials, following the same tossball games?
So I read this before. In here already. Okay.
Everything smells like fish. I just want to enjoy my beer.
Sure. Everything smells like fish. Alright. So apparently I have to go out here. We're gonna have to wait again. This enough? Off. There we go. Come on, you can do it. Houston, why? Alright, I gotta go far, far on the outposts. And where is the outpost? It is over here. I can actually travel here. So I could be able to fast travel here, actually. At least it'll save me some time. Come on. Sure, we're gonna do that again. Well, clearly cannot go here.
As your engineer, I advise you not to set foot on that, especially the bendy parts.
How the fuck do I get on top of it? How do I get on the other side? This is weird. Can go around. Guess I can go from here. I wanted to walk by here anyway, so it is what it is. Gonna save here just in case. Why are you taking so long?
We're doing this! One down!
Oh, I was shooting my own guy.
Gordon! Ah, we all in one piece?
Alright, so they managed. They managed for a while. Alright, okay, where didn't I kill a guy? Like here. Let's head on out. Became night apparently. No time's flat. I'm sure I'm missing a bunch of shit here, but for now I don't really need it, so it is what it is. Oh, I'm in Fallbrook. Although that is not where I'm supposed to go. There is a lack of soundtrack in this fucking game, I have to admit. I do agree now.
House clean.
I'll take that anytime.
Hiding? You scared? Heads up, boss!
Nice one!
Thank you, please!
That's the last of them!
I burned those asses down. Hee-haw. Nope, that's not what I want. Reload. Trying to make sure that everything is up in the up and up. Ooh, nice loot. Loot is always good. Where am I supposed to go again? I'm supposed to go that way. There's one guy though I saw him killed, but I didn't see. Hey, Coin Up, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. I'm trying to make this a little bit less boring. Unfortunately, it's one of those parts where I'm just walking, and yeah. Nice impressive buildings though. Forlorn Crossroads. Sure. Oh, sweet. He's a veteran. Well, my hat goes off to you and your dad. You guys are awesome. My hat goes off to you. I know that I play video games where we shoot people, but I would never shoot anybody in my life. Or even put myself in harm's way. So, we have to honor and make sure that we take care of those that take care of us. Stellar Bay? What's so stellar about this bay? Ooh. Yes. I don't give a shit about the awards. There's so many freaking awards. Alright, so it's here. Anything else I can... That's evicted, I can't go in. So I'm assuming I'll be able to go in from here. Alright, let's start reading. Electronic log. Someone left a ledger with a list of names, likely members of the unit that used this outpost. Some names, like on an Lamont and a Delilah, are at the top of the list. Some names are crossed off, only to be added later, as if that person left and rejoined. A peculiar note is that the name Ash is nowhere to be found. Me, I take everything. Nice, nice. Nice, nice. Nice find. Okay, I can find pasta. I guess if I play survival mode, this would be good. There's nothing in the bin, which is weird. But okay. Sure. Alright, time to go into the terminal. Error. Primary drive has been corrupted. Access is limited to the most recent 2 messages recorded. A. PJ says, you brought tickets for all of us. You didn't have to do that. I owe you. I don't know that I'll ever be able to pay you back, but thank you. Lamont, don't mention it. I'm attaching cords to the waterfall camp. Grab your gear and meet us there by sunup. We're finally getting off this hellhole. Alright. I have to go back out now. Okay, so there was a point I can go up. So let's see what happens when we go up. Anything here worth a hoot? No. There is nothing here. Oh my god, what a waste of time. It's evicted. What a waste of time. Alright, well. Let's continue on the road, apparently. Which I have to go here. You, sir, are dead. You, sir, are dead as well. Monarch. Well, you know what? If they don't bother me, I won't bother them. And that's not gonna happen.
He messes with you, boss. Let's go! Woo! Yeah, now that was fun.
This guy is very pro guns.
Oh. I'm glad I didn't eat, because the smell here is 100% off.
So this is a factory, which technically I could go in if I had the well, I do have the shroud, but I can't talk to these people, and they don't seem to acknowledge my presence. So where? Oh, I have to go that way. How the fuck do you go that way? Through the inside? That is weird. That looks like a compound. Is there any way to get around? I don't even know how you can. Like you can go back up there. I don't know why that cracked my. What is this? I gotta go there. At least there's no radioactivity like in Fallout. But. And I didn't realize a spike in viewership, but hello to whoever has joined the stream. Hope that you're having a wonderful Monday. I actually had the day off because of Remembrance Day. It's a bank holiday here in Canada. Oh, there's things there.
Great work.
So you found the sewer thing, there's nothing here to move. How the fuck do you go behind this? I guess I have to go by the front door. I'm assuming. Alright, let's save this. Because I have a feeling I'm gonna get shellacked. You know what I mean?
This place smells worse than the back base.
Yeah.
That's the last of them.
I'm sure I can get a key card for one of these guys. Or maybe not. There we go.
Processing. Security, but...
Okay.
That's Mars.
I'm just going through. I killed everyone. So let's see. I'll unsave after I'm done, because I'm curious to see where I have to go, if I can do it from within the compound. Holographic disguise activated. Your holographic shroud has activated, giving you temporary access to this restricted area. Moving drains the shroud energy. When it runs out, personnel will see and interrogate you. Sure. I'm not even convinced what I'm supposed to be doing, though. I killed everyone, but I don't know if I was supposed to. So let's see. Can I go here? So there's literally... It's outside the compound. It's not within the compound. Ah, boy. Did you have school today? Coin up. If you're still here, of course. It's going to be, remember, November now used to be the crunch time for the semester with, I remember how do I activate? I don't even know how I activate the fucking shroud. Modify. Mod is already installed. Okay. No, I still get 9. I don't know why. Right. So this is telling me I need to go. It's restricted. So I need to go here. Yeah, so basically coming in here didn't do anything at all. Did nothing for me whatsoever. Well then. You live, you learn, you live, you learn, you play, you learn, you live, you learn. Yes, and I'm not a singer by trade. I will be sticking to my day job. So you guys don't have to worry about me having a singing career. Adreno will always be equipped in your inhaler. Unless you run out.
You can't just help
what's
yourself
going
to
on
whatever
here?
you want. What do you think you're doing? Sorry for the misunderstanding.
Yeah, so this did absolutely nothing. So, having said that, I will refrain, go back to my loading. And I will you'll be waiting for a while. My dream was to be a singer and be on top of the charts, but it's a hard time out there in the wastes, trying to make ends meet while you sing. I have to go here. There's no way. The only way to get to here is to go to Fallbrook. God damn it. Did you end up finding finishing Sigil? I didn't check. Because if you did, I'm going to check that out. Hee-haw. I'm wondering if there's any way of getting in the back of this. I don't think there is, but... More loading screens. Yay. Ah, sweet. Yeah, when I used to be an undergrad, from now till the beginning of December was all the projects and pushing through, and then after that it was studying. And at one point, the university I went to, University of Concordia in Montreal, they used to do the hard exams first, and then the easy exams last. So you would have, like, you know, I don't know, I'm going to talk in computer science terms. Yeah, I saw you got scared a couple of times when I was chiming in. Yeah, so I used to go... Ooh, wow, that looks weird.
Trouble checking in? Or you might need directions to the amenities? If you're locked out of your cabin, a replacement key costs 50 bits.
Tell me about the amenities here.
No reservation, no problem. Day trippers are always welcome in our saloon. Straight back and to the right. If you hit the falls, you've gone too far. Check in with Ms. Malin. She'll set you straight. I am here to anticipate and facilitate your needs, patron.
Where am I? What is this place?
Guess it's true. Fallbrook really is the best kept secret in all of Monarch, excepting the Borst Factory's secret ingredient. We're a leisurely stopover for the more adventurous spacefaring traveler. Understand?
Oh, sure.
Swell. We like quick on the draw types
nice.
like you. Saloon is straight back and to the right. Once you're feeling sated, you're welcome to a private cabin. Only $250 a night. Ms. Malin can let you one if you're interested. She's the one who runs this racket.
Yeah, huh?
Actually, I like these people as my...
Looks like my kind
Oh,
of
this
town.
is the town that's part of
I
the
don't like the way
preview.
folks are looking at me, Captain. Like I'm a sandwich. Maybe I could stand a little closer to you.
Booze like this leads to two things: bumping uglies and brawling.
I'll go for bumping uglies.
I think I'll go for a swim.
Sure. What's in here? Sublight, salvage, and shipping.
Take a gander at that mug. I ain't ever seen someone so adept looking my whole life.
That's awfully kind of you, mister.
Adept looking, huh? This guy taking a snipe at your looks?
Oh, now, come on. All I mean is, well, rather that, you don't seem like the usual pigeons we pluck. No offense, of course, if you are a Byzantium Goldblood. Say, I'd like to do you a favor. Might I interest you in a surefire scheme? Wink, wink.
Flattery will get you everywhere. Do go on. What did you say? Wink at me instead of actually winking? Cross your arms. This ought to be good.
Oh, I enjoy a good challenge. I'll get right to it then. Pure and simple, it's like this. I run our drug delivery service. Recently, I had the genius idea to cut costs in half by swapping our autoloaders with faster, cheaper sprats.
Let me guess, we pocket and a half you save?
Too right you are. Only problem is my sprat carriers ain't arrived from their latest run. As I was saying, you look more capable than most of the hoople heads around these parts. What say you locate him and retrieve the goods for me? In return, I'll cut you 5% of the profit.
Yeah, I don't have that. Okay, I'd be happy to help. Not that I have anything better to do. Where should I start looking for these missing sprat carriers?
I run my sprat carriers back and forth through the shipping tunnels near the waterfall. Ought to check there first. Good luck. And don't get any ideas about pilfering the drugs for yourself. Was that sarcasm? I'm going to assume it was not. If it's sarcasm, you've got to show it somehow, like with a wink. My sprat carriers scurry back and forth through the shipping tunnels. Any trail ought to start there. When you've got the goods, I'll be here.
You got nowhere to go. That's his bed. A hide-a-bed. That's nice.
What are you looking at?
Your ugly face. What do you think?
Keep walking, Rung Leech.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Can you not see I'm walking here?
You don't look like you're walking.
Physically, you mean? In my mind, I have traveled galaxies. Well, it is of no consequence, I assure you. I shall embark shortly with my legs.
To where exactly?
I'm not entirely decided. If I'm being honest, I think I'd fancy a visit to Tartarus, so long as it's under the shield of my fantastical imagination.
Carry on. Well, that was a waste of a... I don't know why he sits there. Anyways.
Pardon me, you're distracting the magnificent journey of my mind. I was galaxies away being ripped asunder in the depths of a black hole.
And you, sir...
What an excruciating and exquisite experience.
You, sir, are fucking... Wait, what? However you want to enjoy your vacation at Fallbrook, it's up to you.
Indeed. As far as leisure resorts go, I rather say this one's a tad disappointing. No matter. I shall simply enjoy a brisk swim instead. Perhaps I'll slice my heel open on a rock. Nothing like the physicality of pain to make you feel alive.
Sure. Why not? That guy's evicted. The Chet.
No, but thank you. I'm quite alright as I am.
Wait, what?
Oh, you're still here. I said I don't require anything at this time. Run along now. I've had more than enough to satisfy my thirst for one evening.
Okay, seriously, what's your deal?
Can't fathom why you'd go searching her out. But it's your neck on the noose. I was told she runs the saloon. Don't suppose I could just ask you to scram. Deal? A rather bad one indeed. The fella swore Fallbrook was unrivaled in its leisurely pursuits. But it seems to me the whole town is designed primarily to leech one's bits. And now that I've run dry, or nearly so, the fellas have abandoned me back to Byzantium. You wouldn't leave a friend in need, I'm sure.
Well, this guy has a problem.
Want to make a run with me to Bella Bay? The boss lady told me to take the job.
No, I'm beat. Just got back from delivering to that house with a strange family.
My bit carts are fully loaded and ready to be spent. Bring on the recreation.
Yep. Oddest thing, they started ordering
Alright.
cans of boar steak. I think I'll go
Okay.
for a swim.
Then these guys all have the same fucking sublight, dry food and sun dry. Wait, dry goods and sun dry. There we go.
My dry goods come 75% guaranteed mold-free. Or was that 75% mold-free? No rubbernecking. Make a buy or move on.
Plain and pure water, Spacer's choice. Anything in here is going to be stolen. So I'm not going to steal anything. Oh.
You shopping for pre-owned or new? If you bloody it, you buy it. Store policy.
Who's the top dog in these parts?
Town Sublight owned and run. Caters to a variety of clientele. The one you want to avoid pissing off the most is Catherine. Prove bad for her business, and she'll kneecap you without a second thought.
A town built on the side of a mountain. You don't see one of these every day.
Yeah, and? Do I look like the city planner? I wasn't exactly consulted on the blueprints when Catherine started building out Fallbrook. But now that you mention it, I reckon she had her reasons to hide us.
From who? Monarch is a lawless land.
We got smugglers, outlaws, mavericks, and Byzantium socialites flying in and out of Fallbrook all the time. Why openly spit in the board's eye?
We got smuggler. Fair enough. Why the socialites?
They're so self-important the way they strut around, preening and flashing their pricey gadgets. Makes for easy marks. Keeps our pockets lined with bits.
Let's see what you got to trade. Okay. I don't know if I want a flamethrower or not. Can't steal the poster. Let's see if I save and I steal it.
Hey, you! What do you
Can I
think
actually
you're
get
doing?
out of it?
I don't want any trouble out of you.
Nice. I can persuade my way out of anything.
Not now. I'm walking and thinking.
Oh, it's
and
the
thinking
same
while I'm
fucking
walking.
guy. Okay, that guy needs drugs. That's what he needs. Alright, what's on the other side? I think I already came here, didn't I? No, I did not. Insurance agent.
Welcome to the offices of the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group, Halcyon's premier provider of life and disaster-related insurance. I'm obligated to inform you that our coverage does not extend to incidents deemed to result from negligence, criminal activity, or dullness of mind.
Duly noted.
So, what kind of insurance package can I interest you in? We're running a special on dismemberment policies. Buy one, get one half off.
Why is your office on Monarch?
We're not on Monarch. For all practical and tax-related purposes, this office is an official enclave of Byzantium.
Why?
Legally speaking, corporations are not allowed to operate on Monarch, but financially speaking, there are certain costs to running a business from within Byzantium's walls. So while our official address is in the city, and while our office here is technically an extension of that address, we found it more expedient to conduct our key operations here. So we can... what's the phrase? Pass savings to the consumer, of course.
Ooh, not really, I don't think they rehearsed that very well, if you say so. So you're dodging the authorities.
We prefer to think of it as chasing the savings. Turns out that not having to pay kickbacks, fines, and rent in the most expensive city in Halcyon improves our liquidity. Plus, Sublight keeps this place running remarkably well, and they sure drive business our direction.
What else can you tell me about your insurance policies?
Plenty. As my boss likes to say, there's a policy for every situation and an exclusion for every policy. We've insured unusually expressive eyebrows, outrageous statements, disastrous marriages.
Who gets their eyebrows insured?
Usually character actors, or corporate execs with menacing stares.
I'm sure there's not a ton of those around. Who would get an outrageous statement insured?
That policy is almost exclusively for our corporate clientele. In the unlikely event they make a claim about a product that turns out to be less than accurate, they need some kind of protection against the damage to their sales and reputation.
Disastrous marriages?
Those are mostly for top rungers in Byzantium who have a lot of social and financial capital wrapped up in their marriage contracts. There's one for your beloved eloping with your sibling, your beloved eloping with their sibling, scandalous rumors forcing you apart, the revelation of a secret love child. We try to cover every possible hazard to domestic bliss.
That's all I needed to know.
One thing's for sure, you won't find better policy protection against sudden lunar implosions anywhere in Halcyon.
That's all for now. Yeah. Okay. Who are you talking to?
Uh-huh. You blind, fella? Or can you not see I'm busy? Why is it every sissy pig fucker who strolls into my town expects me to smile and shout awful friendly? Welcome to Fallbrook. Only nugget of paradise in this entire law-forsaken land. Like a void damn advert.
I could listen to her talk for hours.
Truthfully spoken, I do aim to properly represent my aforementioned nugget of paradise.
Nice to meet you. I'm Corporate Gamer.
I'll be sure to remember that, fella. Want to tell me what you need? Well, I'm half listening.
Nice. Need a hand for hire?
If it's one that don't mind getting dirty, then I sure do. But how am I to know whether you're reliable if not fully trustworthy.
You don't. You cannot use charm.
Well, that sure convinced me. Fine then. I'll lay it out there. There's a Borst factory on up the way, run by a man who calls himself the King. Clive Lundberg, insufferable prick. That aside, it's a business ripe for the plucking. I want it. Clear as that.
I get the feeling this is going to involve murder and mayhem.
Stars, I hope so. Clive Lundberg, the self-proclaimed Borst King of Monarch, is swimming in profit and drowning in his ego. He's making the only meal to be had this side of Monarch, and I'm tired of ponying up for my dinner. I want that Borst factory, owner dead or alive. And you're the soon-to-be handsomely paid son of a bitch who's gonna get it for me.
What specifically do you want me to do?
Kill him, run him out. I don't rightly care for the details, so long as Clive knows resistance to me is costly and futile. Hit him where it hurts, in his gut or his production lines ought to make do.
Any tips on how I might get in?
If you got brass knockers, you could shoot your way through the front gate. If you don't fancy getting shot to shit, you can try asking Duncan for a disguise. Might be another way in, assuming you're courageous enough to trek the sewers. Void if I know.
Say I wanted to sabotage the factory.
Then I'd say you might care to poison the cysty pigs, doctor a few financial records, or throw a wrench in the canning machinery.
Sounds good. And if I wanted to kill him?
Sometimes the simplest solution is the sweetest. I don't give a whit about the method or the means, just the end.
Sounds good.
It'll be more than good when you're finished. Maybe not for Clive, but for me and you, I'm sure. Oh, and if you don't fancy going in guns blazing or crawling through a sewer pipe, see Duncan in the Dry Goods and Sundry building. He ought to have an employee ID in that stash of illicit goods he keeps for select clientele. May luck be with you, since I won't be.
Anything else here? There's an upstairs, but I'm probably going to be stealing everything, so... Alright.
I don't think I like Miss Catherine. Not just on account of the swearing, though she swears awful much.
She's about as welcoming as a wrench to the face. And half as tender.
She's as welcoming as a wrench in the face. Alright, so let's do this. Map. Journal. Find the mercenaries picked up by a nearby waterfall. It looks like the mercenaries packed up and fled to a nearby waterfall. If they're there, then keepsake boxes like you with them. Spec carriers run secretive routes to the sublight shipping tunnels. It's the best place. I guess it's outside. I guess it is. Let's unlock this. That's pretty precise, let me tell you. Alright. I'm assuming it's outside these walls, so I have to go outside. But it doesn't actually tell me outside though. Where are those fucking tunnels? Oh, they're here. On the road again. I'm running on the road again. House of Hospitality, Durango Sun-Dried.
Hungry? I'm famished. No rubber.
Catherine said you have an ID cartridge for the CMP factory?
Not so fast. My biometric IDs are special goods, only on offer to special clients. You cotton? She needs it for a job? Well, why didn't you say so? Reckoned you asked her where to best procure one, and she obligingly pointed you my way. Give me a jiffy to break. I mean, calibrate the ID. This goes like that. Nope, not quite right. A bit to the left, mayhaps. That'll do it. For a CMP factory line worker, she sure is a beauty. Careful. I'm trusting you to guard this specialty good with your life. I mean it. Lose the ID and you don't get another. Also, you'll be off my list of unwholesome customers. Will that be all, or do you require something to say, scratch your itch?
I'm gonna go. Alright. So that was the easy way of getting that thing.
Always imagined Fallbrook would be...
Alright.
Waiting for this!
That's the last of them.
Alright. We killed some other Tuckers. Who else did I kill? Okay, let's scavenge a little bit the rest. Raptidon. Oh. There we go. Let's scavenge the mother Tuckers.
Keep him quiet, Cap.
Okay. There's another one. I think this is the last one. There we go. I have to go back to Nelson.
I saw this one episode of Terror on Monarch. How soon Helen went down that waterfall in a barrel.
They do not produce derelict entertainment such as this on...
Alright. Well, let's go back to the Mother Tucker. Wait, Fallbrook falls where? Region. So I'm here. It's the factory. Alright. My god, what annoying. I have to go all the way back. That's annoying, bro. This is the first town that I actually feel that's a little bit more populated.
Did you find them? tell me you found my sprat carriers. Would hate should anything dire have befallen them.
You want the good news or the bad news?
Just tell me straight and don't hold back. I can handle it.
Retrieved your drugs, but the Reptidons killed your carriers in the cave.
Sprats can always be replaced. Excellent. Oh, this is only half! You think you can steal from me?
I searched the cave top to bottom. That's all there was.
Search Fallbrook. Either half the Sprats got loose on their own, or there'll be some evidence pointing to the soon-to-be-dead Snake who filched my carriers. You want your cut? You get me the rest of my drugs, no matter what it takes.
Oh boy.
Miss Minnie Malin, get your twitchy whiskers back here! Don't you run out that door! It's a cruel world outside! Close the damn door! You'll let my sprats out! Damn it all! Now look what you've done. It'll take me ages to round him up again. State your purpose, or get out of my face, domicile intruder.
I'm looking for some missing sprats. You wouldn't have to have seen any around.
Missing? Nope. Nope. Mine are all found and accounted for, thank you kindly. Now if that'll be all, I've got an animal rescue service to oversee, and it ain't easy. Lots to do. Got a multitude of sprats to spay and feed.
These sprats you stole are drug carriers. I'm here to retrieve the goods. Rescue sprats, as in rescued from Sunlight Shipping Tunnels?
Day in, day out, they ran their little route, getting picked off along the way. What was I to do, turn a blind eye? Malin's an animal lover. She won't hold my actions against me. Look, I don't care if Nilsson sent you or not. You won't be hurting a hair on any of these sprats' heads. I've killed vicious beasts for them. I ain't afraid to take on a human. Back out of this domicile, hands up, or become sprat food, intruder.
Persuade, I won't hurt your sprats. The drugs have probably passed through their digestive tracts already. No need for vivisection. Sprats possess rapid digestive systems.
You want to dig through sprat droppings? Be my guest. Get your drugs, then get lost.
That's disgusting. Let's be honest. That is mighty disgusting. That's 4. This place must fucking reek. Like, seriously. Back to Nelson. On the road again. I'm in Fallbrook on my road again. I'm gonna get some sprats. Ooh, doo, 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 doo. Right. I know, I said I promised I wouldn't do that anymore.
Got the goods? Because I know you wouldn't be wasting my time otherwise. Wink.
This guy does not know how to do sarcasm right. As a matter of fact, I do.
You do? I mean, you do! Of course you do! What did I tell you? Sure-fire delivery system. Works almost every time.
That's great, now pay me. Sure, until someone comes along and rescues them from their pathetic lives. Turns out some crazy guy was keeping them as pets.
Right! Right. In my excitement, I very nearly forgot. Ha ha. As promised, your cut, plus a little extra to show my gratitude. Now, if there's nothing else you need from me, I must go inventory my goods.
Thanks, Going Up. Have a good one. I got some questions.
Hit me. I won't even hit back.
What do you do around here?
Officially, I keep the books for Miss Malin, provide loans to the Byzantium Goldbloods for gaming, and oversee our drug-running operations. Speaking of, might I interest you in a purchase? I'll give you a first-time discount. That's 5% off and a free drink at the ante-up. You're welcome.
I'm good.
Suit yourself.
I don't know why I would punch him in the eye, but that's okay.
Sure.
Alright, so now next on the list is going out here. So I don't have anything around there? Really? Radio free. Speak with the information broker double speak. Okay, that's the main quest. I don't want to do that. No, that's not what I want. Deal with Clive. There we go. We'll go outside and we're gonna kill some mother tuckers. And welcome to whoever is watching the stream. Hope that you're having a wonderful evening. A good Monday as well. Here in Montreal, we're announcing snow. So it's going to get pretty intense for the next few days. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Map. Auntie Cleo. Every time I see Auntie Cleo, all I can ever think of is Mrs. Cleo, which used to be the fake card reader, the Jamaican card reader. There used to be like, she had her time, I think, in the 90s. Tarot reader, that's it. She was really bad. Purifies poisons, toxins, and venomous. Alright. Holographic disguise activated. Your holographic shroud has activated, giving you temporary access to the restricted area. Moving drains the shroud energy. When it runs out, personnel will see and interrogate you. Talk your way out of the interrogation to reset your shroud. It will get harder to talk your way out the more you are interrogated.
Ah, you must be a part of the new line shift. Don't tell me you lost your key card already.
Hey, still the bad guy gaming.
A lost card's
I'm
worth
good, and
2
yourself?
infractions, you know.
Been a while. How much for a card and no infractions? Yeah, I've been playing The Outer Worlds. This is the 10th time I've played it. I mean, it's the 10th time that I've actually streamed it. I haven't played through the whole game 10 times because that'd be insane.
Depends on what you got. But I reckon we can work something out. Pleasure doing business with you. You weren't never here and I didn't give you this card.
Good to see you.
Let's see if that works. Yeah, so far I've been liking this. It's actually pretty fun. Oh yeah, it's from the same creators as Fallout New Vegas, Obsidian, and the writers of the game are the two that started Fallout, the original writers of Fallout. So. Let's tinker. Let's tinker a little bit. Can't do that. Repair. So yeah, so the best way that I can describe this game, it's No Man's Sky meets Fallout New Vegas meets Metro Exodus in a way. That's basically what I can. You know what? It's not. I don't want to do that. I want to do that. Yeah, okay. Pick up cartridge. Yep. So nobody sees me here. But I have a feeling that something's gonna happen and it's not gonna be good. Alright, greetings, authorized user. The king would like to remind you to please clock out before documenting your daily shift in 15-minute increments. Do not forget to clock back in when you're returning to work for your next 23-hour shift. Don't worry. It's fun to actually, it'd be cool. I don't know if you've actually seen any of the gameplay of any Fallout or whatever, but if you haven't, it's really cool to experience those games for the first time. It loses a bit of its charm when you play it for the second or third time. However, for me personally, I have a soft spot for Fallout 3 personally, but a lot of people say Fallout New Vegas is their favorite. So, greetings, authorized user. The king would like to remind you to blah 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 blah. If you would like to file a complaint, please immediately report to the king to receive an infraction on your performance. Old files to be deleted. CNP Factory Systems. Message logs from F. Patterson to A. Rose. Subject to end. The end is upon us. I don't want to say I told you so, but I did message you that the writing was on the wall back in April, didn't I? Did I not? Which, if you remember, is one of the reasons I begged you to please hurry in your decision making, which inadvertently and unfortunately stoked your ire at me for rushing you. But now everything I feared is coming to pass. CNP's abandoned Monarch with the others. The factory is in working order, but less and less of us keep showing up for shifts. 'Cause what's the point, really? Never got my last 2 bit bit carts for wages owed, which means I can't pay rent. Aggie, let alone sponsor your wastrel of a cousin's gambling habits. I know how you titter it away whenever I raise these sorts of concerns, but I'm not joking, Aggie. It's only a matter of time before I'm plumb out of in the streets. What are you doing to do then? Keep telling me to wait? I can't. Okay, this is just a bunch of shifts in 15-minute increments. Clive, what are your thoughts on that clog? Can be a raptidon, more than no scales, and there ain't enough cysts for it to have been a wayward pig, but I'll be damned if I ever see vermin so large. I'll admit I was skeptical when you called me and the fellas back at the factory like we were going to run it rogue. Well, I guess we did. But you were right. There was money ripe for the picking, even without CNP's umbrella, and I just want you to know I appreciate what you did for each of us. P.S. Best have maintenance check the grading on the vents. That's the second clog this month. Geraldine. Okay.
Your uniform.
Greetings, authorized personnel. The King would like to remind you that terminal sessions are recorded with corresponding timestamps. Prolonged periods of use are liable to incur conduct infractions. If you would like to temporarily disable the recording system, please schedule a dinner appointment with the King after entering your password. Factories back online. Feels strange. Not only did I never think I'd stoop to this sort of work, but they gave me your place on the line. Wish you could have waited, just for a little while. But that's fine. Me and Cousin Isaac are right as rain, we are. I never met a man so eccentric as the factory's new owner, Clive. Got a dreadful temper. He does. But he pays our wages on time, so I guess I don't rightly mind. Just, if you ain't coming back, you could at least answer my darn messages. I feel like a fool sending messages. Like I'm pouring my heart into some silly diary. Maybe I'll go visit with Isaac. Haven't seen him in a few days. The one you left behind. Hey. I cannot frickin' take it any longer. I know the money's good, I know the work's steady, but Core, you can't hardly fathom what it's like, day in and out. Grew up with a slimy worm, and now it's got me calling him the Borst King of Monarch, like real fragging royalty, like the myths of old. And he's always muttering to himself, or shouting, splattered with gristle or worse. But I know what happened to them fellas who got pink slips. Won't go out like that, not me. And not on account of a Slaughterhouse Clive. I quit. Alright, so let's read. Fuck, I don't have enough intelligence. God damn it. Alright. I have to be careful here. I have no clue where the fuck I'm going. I'm gonna save because I have no clue what the fuck I'm doing. Increase daily vitamin administration. Inventory logs. Okay.
Huh? You. Just where do you think you're sneaking to? Production line is the that-a-way, you worthless gadabout.
Oh, come on. You aren't gonna report me, are you?
I'm darn well thinking about it.
Please don't.
Well, since you asked me real nice, fine. I'll let it slide. But just this once, mind you. Hey, looking good.
Those things look disgusting. What the fuck is up here? Oh my god. Okay. Like, you're supposed to be stealthy, but yet these guys are in behind me. Seriously. I have no clue what I just did. They're fighting with each other, what I am fine with. This is sealed.
Now switching to garbage disposal mode.
Oh, that's the elevator. But didn't I call the elevator? I have no clue what the fuck happened. I have no clue what I'm supposed to be doing.
Heads up, boss!
One down!
That's the last of them! I just earned a fine bonus.
Sure.
Investigating.
Let's go up.
not right. Put her down!
Now that was fun.
How do you go? Nope. There has to be a way of getting up there. If you go up there, but how the fuck do we go up there? Hello to whoever is watching, new viewers to the stream. Oh, that you are having a wonderful hope that you're having a good Monday.
Whoa now. And just what do you figure you're doing up here? These are my private quarters, friend. I don't allow tours up here. I don't allow tours ever on deeper consideration.
Seems I caught you off guard.
Untrue. I merely did not expect a visitor in my private chambers, where I expect solitude, while I slaughter them who disobey, and while I butcher my dinner.
Dinner of what?
I do own a factory known for specializing in the canning of Borstwurst. On occasion, I like to imbibe other parts of the Sisty Pig. Did you fancy me a cannibal? Perish the thought. No, I don't eat the bodies, I disappear. A joke, that last was. So, what can I do for you? My full attention is at your disposal.
Hey, fella. You, got a little stain on your smock there.
I do appreciate you pointing that out to me, and yet, that does not change my state of mind regarding your intrusion into my personal quarters. Let us move forward with the present proceedings.
Sublight sent me to kill you, but I'm sure we can work something out.
By Sublight, you mean Catherine, do you not? That greedy, star-crossed sow. Listen, friend. The Borst King of Monarch does not negotiate with coveters. How about you bring me Catherine's severed head, and I will gift you a lifetime supply of Borst.
What if you and Catherine partnered up, you two great empires combined?
You desire that I should lower myself to Catherine's level of crassness and filth? I cannot fathom how that would cotton myself. The king built this golden monopoly brick by brick from the rubble when the corpse abandoned Monarch. No, he ain't the sort to partner up, as that requires the sharing of power and profits.
Ah, come on. Catherine's a swell lady and a fine business partner.
According to whom? No, I don't see the advantage to me. Besides, didn't anyone tell you? The king don't bow to demands, nor stoop to negotiations, friend. Never mind. Never I should mind? I will never you right up your dark... I mean... All right. Yes. Listen, friend. The Borst King of Monarch does not negotiate with coveters. How about you bring me, Catherine? Piss, and I had hoped it might not come to this.
That was fun. How'd you do that?
I scavenge everything that I can. I already had a contract, so I didn't want to go the soft route. So let's go down. We're gonna go back down. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna go back and say the deed is done. And that's gonna be that. There's a lot more side missions than I initially thought. I have to admit, the artwork is really cool of the posters and like of. It reminds me of a Fallout for that, but it's not seethed in reality. Alright, let's go and travel back in time. Let's travel. That's not even the right movie. I was thinking, in my mind, I was thinking Back to the Future. What came out was Indiana Jones, but it doesn't matter. It's the thought that counts. Ah, boy. The one thing, I'm playing this on the Xbox, the original Xbox One. And like every other game, the loading times are atrocious. Also, I've noticed some frame rate issues. You know what I appreciate about this is that I didn't have to go through the whole factory again. It's pretty sweet.
Hey, Cass. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Catherine Malin could sour milk just by glaring at it.
Please say the Yoda corpse you're wearing is Clive's.
Slaughterhouse Clive is deceased.
Huh. Not much boast to that declaration. Am I to take that to mean you didn't kill him?
They say discretion is a virtue. How many knuckleheads do you send to murder him? Of course it was me.
Hired more than we're successful, can tell you that. Still, this ought to compensate for your troubles. And take an aromatic. You stink like Sisty Pig.
Maybe you should take a shower. I don't know. Just a thought. Took care of a little drug running problem.
Funny, you don't look like Nelson Mason. Funnier still, I wasn't aware of an existing problem.
You tried to cut costs by using sprats instead of autoloaders for transport.
That dunderhead. Can't hardly fathom how that panned out. Let me guess, it involved blood and guts and fur in places that don't merit mention. Well, you got my begrudging gratitude for cleaning the mess. I take it you don't have a reservation. No matter, I keep a suite of VIP rooms for visitors of your, let's call it a certain means. The VIP rooms charge by the night, but for you, I'll make it a one-time fee. Got a feeling you'll make me a fine investment. Marvelous. Do take care of the place. Maid service won't clean after a murder.
Thank you. Alright. Alright, so what's next after this? I gotta find the freaking... I thought it was through here, but I guess not. Alright, once I get out, I'm gonna save. Let's see if I can find those marauders. If you guys, I know it's while it's loading, shameless plug, and I apologize, but I have started to do my podcast again, mostly on Friday nights. I don't know if I'll do it every week, because I don't know if there's enough topics for every week, but I am going to do it mostly on Fridays. I'm going to try and see when I can... CP Factory. But yeah, the last time I did, I went off track at one point, and I started talking, at least initially, about Macho Man Randy Savage and his famous promos that he would do back when the WWE actually, or WWF at the time, was actually a good thing. Terror on the frontier, a mysterious stranger threatens our way of life, the destruction of Emerald Vale. Volume 65, issue number 2. You can catch it either on my channel. You can look at collections, past collections, and you'll have you'll see Corporate Gamer Podcast 2019. It's there, or you can see you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'm gonna upload it there. I haven't uploaded a version of it for my. Is there a thing over there? For my actual podcast. Okay, so I just unlocked this. How the fuck do I get on top of there? Is this gonna work? I'm 27 feet. How the fuck do you get? Yeah, it's on here. You can get on here and on my YouTube channel. Eventually, if I ever do have enough time, I'll edit it and I'll upload it also to my podcast feed, which is on Apple Podcasts. But that's about the extent of where I came, where I got to. I wanted to do something different, and I'm actually liking it on Twitch because I get the interaction that I don't have when I used to do a solo podcast, just talking in a machine, right? So for me, it's actually pretty cool. So I don't have a ton of chatters, but the people that do pop in do ask questions and do keep it alive, and it's pretty cool, and I like it. So and it's usually going to be on Friday, and if I do it, it'll be on Friday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So we'll take it from. We'll see where it leads. So far, I'm having a lot more fun than I used to have, because it was hard to get. I didn't have a lot of downloads per week when I did it the other way. Come on, is there gonna be a way that I can fucking go up there? Again, it's not. It was just shameless plugging. I don't expect anybody to actually watch or listen to me babble. There's so many other voices out there that do a much better job. I have no clue what the fuck I'm supposed to do. They're on that side, but there's no way to get there. I supposed to fly up there or what? Even if I go up there though, I don't think... I don't know how that fucking hurt me, but anyways. Did I actually check this out? I'm pretty sure I did.
Huh? You hiding? You Here they come! Run down!
That's how it's done, bruh. I didn't actually have to use that much force, but... So what's in here? Why can't I... Okay. That could have exploded. That seems very odd. The sounds that are coming out of here are... I thought I came here, though. Yeah, I did come here. I actually came here. That's where I came from, and I went down, and it didn't actually do anything. I don't know why I thought this... Oh, it's a plant. I have no clue why it's told me to go here.
Got it? Inside voices.
Inside voices, yes. Dead, Jim. Kick him in the nutsack. That's what I tell you. Kick him in the nutsack. I don't even know if this... I don't even think this is the right way of doing anything, but anyways. No, that's not what I wanted. Alright. I get to kill their asses. You know, full on assault. I don't know why I'm talking like a New Yorker, but full on assault. Oh, I actually found where I was supposed to. Search remains. Skeleton remains. The remnants of these bones show the telltale signs of a mantisaur attack. Powerful jaws have crushed the skulls, while weathering on some of the fragments suggests passage through some beast's digestive tract. Amidst the dirt, you'll find a small lockbox that matches the description given by Ash. I don't know why it's telling me to go back. Was I not supposed to find something? Save. Alright. Let's travel. You found a locked box of mementos from Ash's old mercenary unit. You found a ledger that seems to indicate that Ash was never a part of the mercenary squad using this outpost. Let's go back. Let's go back to Amber Heights. Fun time. Fun times at Amber Heights. Sitcom near you. Check local listings. Fun times. All right.
I'm drinking here. Move yourself on. Nothing on this moon for nobody. There's a lot of heartbreak.
Found Lamont's body.
You know, a tiny part, a damn stupid part of me hoped he was still out there. What happened?
They bought themselves a ticket off-world, but they were attacked while waiting for it. I'm not exactly clear on the details. I just found a lot of body parts. Got sloppy. Looked like Mantisaurus got him.
Damn. Well, you find our box of memories?
Yeah, thing is, I found a list of agents in that outpost. You weren't on it. I did. Here you go. Yeah.
Well, ain't you clever? Fine. I was supposed to pick him up that night. Thing is, another offer came along. Bit more lucrative.
You abandoned them? You died out there? They died out there?
And their payment almost died with them. Thanks to you, I can afford another round. Cheers, hero. Look, I like your gumption. I was gonna share the bits, but here's a couple extra. Now go on. Leaving old Mantis past.
Alright, I'm gonna go. Ooh, level up. Boot, boot. Boot, boot. Alright. Apply. Perks. It's not really your thing. Tactical time dilation. They get a point too. Yay. And this one. We'll see what my next one is, and I'm probably gonna call it quits for tonight. I know it's early, but I got some stuff to do for tomorrow. So, by the way, bad guy, if you're still here, how's the family, the kid and stuff? Hope that they're doing well. What's next on the list? The victim had abandoned ship. Sweet. Glad to hear it. Aww. The thing about kids is I don't have any of my own right now, but everybody I know that has them, the minute they go to daycare, it's like from October, at least where we are because it's cold, anywhere between October and March, they're always kids. They're always sick. Kids are always sick. Either gastro, cold, flu, you name it. And then when one has it, the other one has it, and it's insane. No, it's behind us, actually.
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial H Mammoths.
They're all pretty great. I'm not here to chat about teams. Who is the time grown man or woman hit balls with sticks?
Aren't they just? When I get to worrying about the marauders outside, the raptidons chewing at the walls, I just turn my transceiver up to drown it all out. Most of the time it's static on account of the frequency being clogged up, but sometimes it's tossball.
You get to listen to games all day? Stellar Bay really is a paradise.
It's pretty swell, but it's a whole lot better with company. Say, I don't think I've seen you before, and I'd remember that face.
I'll try not to be a stranger then. Name's Felix, by the way.
You should stop by more often. The games are always better when you've got someone to celebrate with.
Sounds like a good time. I wouldn't mind bringing a couple drinks and settling in for the pennant match.
Look at me, getting carried away again. So, what can I do for you?
I found this betting chip in a dead man's apartment. Any idea what might have happened to him? You said they were having trouble receiving the tossball game transmissions?
Graham's always filling the airwaves with his propaganda, like it's done him any good. All it means is the tossball games get to us in fragments. Makes them real hard to watch.
I found this betting slip in a dead man's apartment. Any idea what might have happened to him?
Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible teeth.
Cut to the chase. Do you know who did it or not? I'm listening.
Right. So the thing with Isaac is he didn't know where to stop. He'd get stuck on something, and he just couldn't let it go. Sometimes he'd drink Purpleberry Punch by the liter. Other times he'd keep betting on a losing team. Started owing the wrong people money.
So who did he owe?
I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything Isaac ran into trouble with one of them.
Thanks for the tip.
Good. Someone's gotta. Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do.
It's a bar with a bunch of analytics. I haven't heard one of the transmissions yet. There's no like radio that you can listen. At least it'd be better than the well, at least it would seem that it would be better than the
I hear those rich people in Byzantium pay a handsome bit for yacht lease.
what's in here? Oh yeah.
You ever think about what goes on in a marauder's head?
No.
No, they're crazy.
What's behind that?
But they still manage to feed themselves, dress themselves, work together. Gotta be something of that.
All I need
We're
to
not
know
the
is
best
that they're
equipped.
on the other
Scouting
side
for
of that
raptors.
wall.
Got any news?
I'm sure
for
someone
us,
said the
Captain?
same thing in Amber Heights.
I gotta find a new drinking.
I found the gang.
Who the fuck are you? This ain't your alley.
Hey, what are you doing here? This is our secret alley. Berta already pissed by those crates to market.
I know you murdered Isaac.
Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that anyone has proof. And not that it's any of your business.
You don't want to mess with a sublight VP of aggressive acquisitions. Fine, let's just forget this ever happened.
Well, wait, you're the new sublight partner? Look, I don't want any trouble.
Get out of here fast.
You won't see us again, I promise.
Well, that seemed to be a little bit quick, but okay.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
That sounds wrong.
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
That's very generous of you.
Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review? Very generous.
Noted.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself?
I'm just looking for information broker.
Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate. But if you're here for him, I suppose that means you aren't here for Saltuna.
Hey, it could always be both. I'm afraid not. If I could eat one more weird science project passed off as food as the Sprat Fuck colony, I'm going to stab someone.
Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular letdown.
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar. Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional erotic and athletic disappointments. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
What exactly are you hoping to accomplish?
Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
And you're tired of scrounging and scraping by, is that it? Sounds like you're freer than anyone else in Halcyon. Why not embrace it?
You talk like Graham.
Can't imagine why you'd sneer at the notion of a free colony. Could it be because you're an agent of the establishment?
I used to be young and idealistic too, but you can't run a city on high-minded ideals.
You make a good point.
Indeed. Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
Are you out of your mind? You can't just go crawling back to your old masters.
Well, we can't continue to subsist like this either.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
This lady knows what's going on.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
You seem to have a bit of a Raptidon problem. Fine, but how do you mean to do that? And how long does it take for you to figure out you to defend your city?
And a Mantisaur problem. And a Marauder problem.
Many, many problems, but they can all be solved with a Bolt 52 cartridge. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Oh, yes. I'm going to be up all night with this. All those blanks waiting to be filled, boxes waiting to be ticked.
Try to control yourself, sir.
Have you any idea how powerful this is? Corporations have been toppled with less.
How exactly is the data cartridge going to help?
What a question! Bureaucratic micromanagement is the only way anything gets done in Halcyon, and proper documentation is a key part of that. For our part, a bill of liquidation/transfer Form 52 will protect our holdings on Monarch by temporarily assigning them to a pass-through entity once we drop our bomb on the board.
Yes, finally, the board will get their computants. Comeuppance. Spare me the details and just give me what comes next. So you do go get the board. Don't be ridiculous.
Wait, we're dropping a bomb on the board?
Sort of. Really, we're just going to blackmail them into offering us a seat at the table.
But really, whatever gets you excited about the idea, it's definitely a firm middle finger.
Just tell me what you're planning.
I have reason to believe that one of the other corporations is operating on Monarch, illegally and in secret.
Is it really illegal if the board's the one that makes the rules in the first place?
If we can find proof, I can use that as leverage to encourage certain powers that be to accept our Bolt 52 and reinstate us on the board.
What does it mean for me?
If someone is operating here, then Catherine's almost certainly supplying them out of Fallbrook. Perhaps she could be convinced to tell you where they are.
I know how to make people talk.
That's part of the problem. She has certain ambitions for Stellar Bay, and I fear my asking her would give her the leverage she's been looking for.
Don't get yourself worked up, sir. It's perfectly natural to have a healthy fear of her.
We really don't need to discuss this now, Celia.
I know how to make people talk.
Oh, I imagine you do. But as much as I love your can-do attitude and dangerous gravitas, Catherine handles all of our shipments. So it would be best if you could leave her in one piece. Is that how you people put it?
Close enough.
Once you, subtly work out where this corporate facility might be, bring back proof of its operation. Maybe some nice letterhead. Or someone working there. That would do it.
Infiltrate a secret corporate base and kidnap the staff. Sure, easy.
A foolproof plan if I ever heard one. I'll leave the execution to you.
Isaac Rose is dead. I found the people who killed him.
But that's terrible. What happened?
It was Elijah and his hooligan friends. I ran them out of town.
I'm glad to hear you've dealt with them. They've been causing quite a bit of trouble around town. I've been consumed with other matters of late, but I would have dealt with them. Eventually.
Of course you would have.
Of course I would have. Still, your intervention in the matter is much appreciated. Please consider this payment for your services.
I have questions about MSI in the good old days.
Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes.
Why did MSI get kicked off the board in the first place?
I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws.
Do you mean that you initiated your own removal from the board?
Not intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2. But back then, it was known as Terra 1.
What happened to the other corporations?
As you may have noticed, this planet has more than its share of hazards. And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out.
That seems wise.
MSI's leadership at the time certainly thought so, but there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up.
How forward-thinking of you. Reforms are for quitters, Sanjar. Let's discuss this another time.
It's humane, but it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out.
I hope you'd treat them nice whether it was good business or not, Mr. Sanjar. That's what being a community means. Treating people right because it's the right thing to do.
Word of advice, Sanjar. If Parvati's got something to say, you do well to listen close.
A noble thought, Miss Holcomb. Unfortunately, noble thoughts rarely sway board policy. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms.
I take it your leadership didn't embrace your ideas?
No, they laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2, along with everyone else.
Yet, here you are.
Yes, some of us stayed behind, and as the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI. I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages.
That's slow, even for them. But why would they do that? You should have known you couldn't oppose them.
I don't think I realized how far they'd stoop. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws.
Your first mistake was expecting the board to cut you a fair deal.
I understand the sentiment, but if we can't rely on some sort of framework, then what do we have? I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently.
Why exactly do you want back on the board?
Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Yeah, and once you go back to him, he'll own your dignity too.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation.
They've treated you pretty roughly. Is it worth going back to that?
I'm not a man to put pride before progress. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
You mean the corporate data you sent me after?
Indeed. I've discovered it's much easier to negotiate from a position of power. And I don't mean to leave MSI or its people at a disadvantage. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations.
What's the hazard clause?
It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous.
Sounds like the board gave themselves the power to arrest an entire planet.
They would say it's for the greater good.
And they invoked it on Monarch?
Yes, making all of MSI criminals in the board's eyes. Rather hard to run a business that way.
You don't seem to think much of Graham.
He and his followers call themselves the Iconoclasts. Lawless anarchists, all of them. If anyone on Monarch deserves the reputation the board's pinned on us, it's them.
You sound pretty bad. You've got strong feelings on the matter.
I'm trying to build something here. They only want to destroy things, and they risk ruining Monarch for all of us. It isn't just that they drain our people and resources. Every radical act they commit cements Halcyon's image of us all as destructive rebels and pushes us further from the rest of the colony.
So, what's the downside?
Shall I begin with the supply shortages or the subtle but constant threat of annihilation? He's lucky the board doesn't take him seriously enough to keep more than a few UDL gunships patrolling Monarch.
An Earth Directorate assault cruiser would change his tune. It's almost a shame we haven't seen one around Monarch in a long while.
What can I do for you?
Alright, let's save the game. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching the Corporate Gamer broadcast, watching me, and enjoying the Outer Worlds. Before I leave, I wanted to say thank you to whoever hosted me, Big Bad Bizarre Gaming, Overrider, Wasteland Ruckus, Psychosis, Angry Gorilla, Still the Bad Guy Gaming, Mr. Garf 1988, Gallows Adler, Dan Etienne, Coinop, and Got to Choose. Thank you so much. Thank you for whoever went in the chat and kept and hung out. Still the Bad Guy Gaming, thank you so much. Coinop, thank you so much for passing by as well. You guys rock, you guys are awesome. And whoever else is watching, thank you so much for watching and making this fun. If you guys want to read my reviews, you can go to aroundtable.ca where you can have our podcasts on games, TV, music, movies, whatever you'd like. This week I reviewed 5150 by Van Halen, the first album from Sammy Hagar with the group, and that's it. I haven't done anything gaming related other than streaming The Outer Worlds and streaming the original Doom yesterday. But other than that, I've been having fun playing this game so far. Hope that you guys come back next time, and have a good one, guys, and